All right, here we go. This is Lou Valentino, YouTube channel, Lou Valentino. Got some great stuff. I love this guy. I love his commentary. This is Vivek RAMASWAMY. I like to call him Vivek Drain the Swampy. And this is the CNN host here who looks like she's going to throw up with this frown on, like she looks like she's ready to puke. But check this out.
Vivek versus CNN, ladies and gentlemen. Just watch how classy Vivek Ramaswamy is and why I think he will make a good VP and a good president in the very near future. I'm talking 2028. I'm talking better than DeSantis. But I just want you to listen to the pettiness behind the CNN anchor who swears she knows a lot more than her guests all the time. Anytime anybody shows up to the show to defend Donald Trump, they get a certain treatment, they get a certain type of question. But just because, I just think Vivek Ramaswamy is too classy for this. And he just outclasses everybody most of the time. So let's check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to hit the like button so we can beat the algorithm. Let's roll it up.
Ramaswamy, thank you for joining us this evening. Vivek, I will say, today you did announce at a campaign event that you would not actually say that Biden was legitimately elected. And I wonder what...
Here we go with the BS, guys. Here we go with the BS.
It is you are reluctant to acknowledge that.
Well, precisely what I said in New Hampshire earlier today is that big tech is actually the one that interfered with the election. There is good evidence, I'm data-driven, strong polling data that said that if that Hunter Biden laptop story had been released rather than suppressed on the eve of that election, that likely would have changed the electoral result. That is hard fact in this country. Now from the New York Times to CNN, we'll admit that was true and grounded in fact, and a lot of corruption that was laid to bear then, that was systematically suppressed. And I think that is the single greatest form of election interference risk that we face in this election as well.
Looks like a
is
Democrat.
Technology companies suppressing valid information that the voters need to access to make informed decisions, and I stand by that.
Well, Vivek, I'm glad you mentioned. Now, of course, we leave it to voters to decide what was going to be the reason that they would choose a particular candidate. But because you say you are evidence-driven and you want to make sure that the voters have all the information that they need to make an informed decision about who will represent them, do you agree that it should have an opportunity, these cases against Donald Trump should have the opportunity to have airing before the actual voters? They have a decision as either the jurors or also as voters to know how they should actually select their next president.
So I want to say something very clearly. My self-interest would be to have Donald Trump eliminated from competition. I'm polling at third in the Republican national primary right now. And you know what? If Trump were out of the way, it'd be a lot easier for me. But I don't want to win this election that way.
Woo! Yo, this guy's good. This guy's good. I mean, he's trying to keep it real 1,000.
On principle, not on politics, on principle. We should not be a country where the party in power uses police force to indict its political opponents in the midst of an election. And Laura, I have a basic rule of thumb. If you are going to indict a political opponent in the middle of an election, it better darn well not be based on a novel, untested legal theory. Yet that's exactly the case in each of the three indictments. I think it is no accident that you see three independent indictments on novel legal theories coming down at the exact same time during an election. And I think that this is going to be a grave threat to public trust in the justice system going forward.
Yes.
I'm in this race to unite the country. And I'm sad to say that as our next president, which I expect to be, it's going to make my job that much more difficult to unite this nation when we have set this precedent of the politicization and weaponization of our justice system.
Well, 2 points. One, there's truly nothing novel about a conspiracy charge against them.
God.
Oh, my
hey,
God.
go to
Here we
Lou's
go.
channel. I'm
You
not
know
going to
all
run the
this
whole
stuff is
thing.
being fed.
Hey, Vivek Drain the Swampy. This guy, I don't know if he's going to be a VP, but, man, he's got a future. Argue that. Argue this. Go Lou Val and Tino.